Meet the way, everybody. Say hello. Hello. Hi, guys. This video is so exciting. My name is Lade. If this is your first time on this channel, you're welcome. Before we go on, just go ahead and hit the subscribe button. This is a kind of chit-chat, sit-down video. By the title, you can already tell I'll be talking about my labor and delivery. Before wasting any much time, let's just get into it. Some of you by now have already seen my birth vlog, which I'm going to link somewhere on the top of this video. The pregnancy was great, no complications, except that I had a scare at some point where they thought I had preeclampsia, which I also made a video for. I'll link it somewhere on the screen. And I talked about how that went and what came out of that. But pretty much I was really active, really healthy throughout my whole pregnancy. I found out I was pregnant when I was about 3 weeks pregnant. It was really early. I knew I was pregnant even before the test. And yeah, I started to think about the baby, pray about the baby, talk to the baby, read to the baby, sing to the baby, do all those things, and just watch what I ate. I maintained a healthy lifestyle pretty much throughout the pregnancy. She was due November 3rd. By all standards, I was sure that this child would come early. I hope, because when they give you your EDD, your expected due date, they let you know that the child can come 2 weeks before or 2 weeks after. Look at me here hoping that she comes 2 weeks before. We grew a certain kind of relationship that made me want to see her so badly. And this was why I thought she would come at 2 weeks, because I thought we had an agreement that she was going to come at 2 weeks earlier than her due date. I would go to the park, I would walk, bounce on the pregnancy ball, I would go up and down the staircase. Let me tell you, anything they said. In fact, the only thing I couldn't do, because my mom didn't let me, was to buy a skipping rope and start to skip so that this child would come out. Like, I was tired. I was looking forward to, like, when will my water break? I want to feel it. What will happen? How does labor feel like? I was very curious, and I would ask, not everybody, but some people in my life that, some of my aunties, I'd ask them, how does it feel like? I would always ask questions. I'm sure they were even tired of me. Shout out to all my aunties that listened to me and told me the experience and told me I'll be fine. Thank you. Her due date came November 3rd and no signs of labor. And then I had my regular doctor's appointment, like, I think the next day, something like that. The next day after her due date, which was the 4th. And I went in and the doctor said, okay, we're going to have to set up an induction date for you. Alright. So after they gave me the induction date, they gave me Sunday the 12th of November. I was hoping that she would come before the 12th. In fact, I made a mind. I said, this child will come, but she didn't come. So on the day of the induction, I went into the hospital. So they inserted something in my cervix. It's called Cervidil, and that was just to soften my cervix before they gave me Pitocin, which is the IV that starts the induction. So they put that Cervidil in, and it was supposed to be there for 12 hours before Pitocin is administered. But less than 12 hours. I mean, they gave me Cervidil around midnight, or about midnight, and the next morning, which was the Monday the 13th, and once you start induction, and let me tell you what I don't like about induction and why I didn't want to be induced. Once they induce you, if the medication doesn't work to start your labor, then you have to go into C-section. That's just it, and that's what I didn't like about the idea of induction. I just wanted the labor to come natural. Yeah, so because if the induction doesn't work, it's C-section, right away. They don't give you food from once you enter the hospital. Like, you're not allowed to eat anything just in case the induction doesn't work, so that you just go into C-section. And so I'm not eating, and I was hungry. And my doctor came in to see me at 9 a.m, 9:30ish, and she said, did you eat yet? And I said no, they didn't give me food. And she was like, give her food. So I ate. I was happy because they were still waiting for 12 noon before they give me the Pitocin. I ate and I was excited that I ate. I mean, it wasn't a lot of food, it was hospital food. I mean, what do you expect? I think it was just a sandwich and orange juice, something, I don't remember. But I ate because I was hungry and I was happy. But not too long after that, my water broke naturally. That was amazing, you guys. Let me tell you, the feeling of water breaking, man. If you're looking forward to it, or you're wondering how it feels like, I literally felt something snap. So I felt that, and then I felt the water come out. It was like a stream. It was warm, it was uncontrollable. It's not like pee, it's not like anything, it's just coming out by itself. So my water came out around about 10:10 in the morning, and my labor started naturally. They took out cervidil immediately, and at the time when my water broke, I was about 3 centimeters dilated. So they took out cervidil, and everybody was like, oh, it's moving fast, it's moving fast. And I was like, yes, thank you, Jesus, that's what I wanted. So after my water broke, I was there and contractions, you know, continued. They came to ask me if I wanted an epidural, and even when my contractions were really painful, I was like, no, I think I'm fine for now. And my mom was over there saying, yeah, you can do this, you can do this. Hey, you guys. I just held it, you know, and I kept, you know, going through the contractions, talking to my husband, watching Netflix, just keeping myself busy pretty much. You know how they say you forget the pain? Me, I can't forget the pain. I can never forget the pain because it was painful. My mom was busy saying, ah, you can do it, you are a woman. You see the way I looked at her, like, I'm a woman, so I shouldn't take the epidural. I didn't take it, but after a few hours, the contractions were, my God, they were painful. Let's just leave that out. It's like cramps that are like raised to the power 100 plus back pain. But I think the contractions are better than cramps, because contractions, they have their time, they have a number of minutes. Because I had the worst cramps, you know, when I used to have my period. So the contractions, they last a minute, 2 minutes, but those minute, 2 minutes, they feel like forever before it finishes. But I feel like there's a relief once you're done contracting, and I mean, that's just a little comparison. Anyways, after a while, man, I called the nurse. I was like, hit me that epidural, like knock me this thing. And they came to come and give me epidural. At the time, I was already sweaty, I was uncomfortable, I was shaking. I was just praying that I don't feel a contraction as the needle is going into my back. Because if you don't know what an epidural is, it's when they numb you from your waist down. And they use a really long needle. Because I've seen videos, when they were doing it for me, they didn't allow me to see it. So I sat on the bed facing one side, and then they came behind me and started to do the procedure of giving me the epidural. I felt that needle go inside. I don't know if it reaches your spine. I don't know if that's what they're exaggerating. The injection was very painful, and as soon as they started giving me the epidural, I had a contraction, but I had to stay still, because if you don't stay still and something goes wrong, then you can be paralyzed, or something bad can happen. Ah, God. So that was, I mean, that was something that but right after it though, they gave me a very small dosage. He told me he was going to give me like half of the regular dose of an epidural. I said, okay, that works. So he gave me a very small dosage, and there was something called an opening, because they were like, are you still feeling pain? I'm like, yep. After the epidural, they're like, are you sure? And so he now came back and said, oh, it's going to take a while to kick in. I should lay on my left side for 30 minutes, lay on my right side for 30 minutes. I was angry at this point, because I'm like, what's the point of going through this if this is not going to work? Anyways, it did. That's the good news, but it didn't work. There was something they called like an open window or something. I don't remember how they explained it, but what it is that the epidural worked on my left side but not on my right. So I felt everything on my right side, you guys. So I still felt the labor, but half. I can say half. The next time they checked me, they came to check me, was around about 5-ish, and at this time, in fact, the baby's head was already there. Yep. So I went from 4 to ready. I think it was even bigger than 10 because I remember the nurse just opening, you know, the sheet that covered my legs, and she was just like, oh yeah, you're ready. So she wore her gloves and went in there, and every time they go in there it's painful, you guys. God. She said, yeah, I'm ready, and then her hands came out and they were bleeding and slimy, like the blood was dripping, and in my mind I was just like, oh God, what's about to happen to my leg? And I was like, oh, I need to poop. They're like, no, you don't need to poop, that's the baby coming. I'm like, I need to poop. And so they said, you know what, you have to hold it, because there was another baby in the same like labor and delivery, and we had the same doctor, and so the doctor had to, I guess because the baby was too big, the doctor had to do an emergency C-section. So they wanted me to wait since my own looked like it was going to end up being natural. Anyways, so this thing was dramatic because I kept feeling like I needed to poop. That means I was about to have the baby and they were saying I shouldn't. So every time I had a contraction, I felt it halfway, I would say, and I just had to hold it until the doctor was done. So once the doctor finished the C-section, which was like real quick, it took like 30 to 45 minutes for her to do the C-section. Once she finished with that C-section, she came to do the delivery of this little champ right here. And if you haven't seen our labor delivery vlog, you should definitely check it out, because you'd see how she came out into the world. And my God, the feeling. Let me tell you something that nobody tells. I've watched a lot of videos on YouTube about birth and labor and delivery and all that. It was a vaginal birth with her, and what hurt me most was my chest and my hands, because it's almost like you're doing sit-ups or what they call this, crunches. The total time when I started pushing, I don't even think I pushed for up to 15 minutes before this girl came out. Once the doctor came, I mean, things just started moving fast. And then I had a tear, you guys. I had a 2nd degree tear, and what that means was that the 2nd degree tear means that I didn't only get cut like my skin, it was skin and muscle, you guys. So that was another story, and I have a video about it. When her head came out, my God, I don't think that's what tore me. I don't think that's where I got the tear from her shoulders when they came out. But it happened so quickly that, I mean, she just came out, and I felt such a relief that I just put my head back. Instead of me to be the person I've been waiting to see, somebody I've been waiting to see, I thought that I was going to grab her right away, but I just was like, oh, thank you, Jesus. And that's what I kept saying, thank you, Jesus. And the first thing I said to her, I said, hi Zoe, hi Zoe. That was the first thing I said to her. And I kept saying, I love you so much. We love you so much. Your daddy loves you so much. And I kept saying, thank you, Jesus. That was it. I almost forgot to mention the birth of the placenta. I mean, it was almost like a whole, you know, shebang, because nobody told me that you would have to birth the placenta and it'll be like you're giving birth to a baby, because my own placenta was huge. And I remember I asked the doctor that I wanted to see it, and she held it up, and I was just staring at it like, and the doctor was asking me if I want it. And before then I'd read up so much about what you can do with your placenta, how you can eat it, you can fry it, you can boil it, you can make it into capsules. I overread and over-informed myself during this pregnancy, but I think it's better you are over-informed than under-informed, because when anything is happening, you should be able to say, oh, that's fine, that's normal, that's, you know, it will help you rather than being paranoid when something is happening and you're like, oh, what's happening, I didn't know, what's that. So I mean, it did help me, and I just wanted to see my placenta. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. It just looked like a very delicate plant, like the root of it, like the way the veins were. I mean, it was just amazing, and I was thinking, yeah, that was growing inside me with the baby. But God is so wonderful. Meet the way, everybody. Say hello. Hello. She's just recovering from a cold. That's why she has on mittens and this hat. It's pretty cute. Look at the hat. This hat is thanks to Mama Muska. Okay. That's our labor and delivery story. I have another video that I did about postpartum, and that's when I gave the whole gist about what happened after delivery and just recovering and all that. But yeah, this is the baby. She was 9 pounds and 6 ounces. That's about 4.3 kg. I hope you guys are even hearing what I'm saying because of all this gist. What are you saying? Today she's 3 months and 1 week old. So meet. You can call her Zoe. Her first name is Adebe. Yes, she's telling you guys to subscribe to her mommy's channel. So that's the end of our labor and delivery story. We hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I've officially introduced Zoe into this channel. Please leave in the comment section. Welcome her. Yeah. Welcome her to the channel because she'll be featuring once in a while. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and also if you're not subscribed to my channel, how about what are you waiting for now? Please subscribe. And until we see you again, be the best version of you.